you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Washington's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Looking for a crease. It's Ford. He never had a chance to get it to the edge in first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. The short hands. It's Lofton. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Pringle. At the 35, he's loose. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Running the red zone. It's Pringle. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Defense all over him.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Mensah. Out wide left, it's Lofton. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Left side, it's Wingo. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Oh, he wasn't far from taking that one a long way as they get him stopped on the return at the 45. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Overton. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Throwing, Williams. Got his man. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Hey, quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. yardage. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out wide right, it's James. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down? We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the ground, it's Pringle. Breaks into the open. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Trying to do it himself. He's got the first down. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing, Mensah. Caught. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Drops back on first down. Right side, it's Gilbert. Runs through, man. He might have some space. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Might have a chance. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Gonna run it. It's 4. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Miami!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Williams. On the move. He'll try to do it himself. On the move at the 30. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Williams looking for a man. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Out wide left, it's Wingo. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. He's got an open man. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Pass to 6. Finding some room. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it. It's Pringle. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's Williams to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Williams will pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Throwing on the run. Makes a catch down the right side. He's out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and you want to talk about flipping the field. He just did it.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Booster. Sweep. Where did he go?
Williams. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they could break on these passes and maybe pick one up. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
Western. Return.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for room. It's Pringle. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Right back to it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 9 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Huskers looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a crease to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Left side, it's Overton. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Williams looking for a man. Look out! Makes the grab, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Drives inside. Across the 25. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Third and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Williams. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Working that left side now. Touchdown, Washington. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And he puts through the extra point. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Washington right back to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Turning it on. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Mensah. Out wide left, it's Gilbert. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Move to his right. Has to throw it away on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Got to make the play on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mensah. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Across the 45. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Finds a crease, it's Pringle. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense, being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
Not a lot of room to... And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, that is a crazy sequence of events, right? There you are. You're the punt returner. You're thinking, our defense just got a 3 and out. We started this game as well as we can. The last thing you can do is put the football on the ground, and kudos to the punt team getting down the field, recovering it, and taking it in for a touchdown.
I'm about to say, great job being alert, man. That ball gets hit. Once it gets hit, it's live. Now I scoop it up, get some blocking out in front. They take it back to the house. That is the way you start the football game. Your offense didn't do the job, but special teams comes through right away.
Set to kick off.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's Williams to throw. Under pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Second and long here. Williams will pass. Going for the big play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Making the adjustment on the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Left side, it's Wingo. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Turns up, it's Pringle. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Hey, just a great job by the defense. First down, the whole menu's open to the offense. They try to slip in the screen pass. They see it right away, get them on the ground for no gain.
And the Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The kick is on its way. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Got him downfield. He's loose down the middle. Inside the... all the way. Washington.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Here's Mensah to throw. They're all over it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. RPO complete. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
An offense has practiced the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. They're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Mensah. Got his man. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Shakes off the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Throwing, Mensah. Fires left. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
They boot it away on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, a double pass. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Williams. He'll pull it down. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.